Hello, good evening, welcome back. Happy Friday to you and happy Valentine's Day. Almost a bit early, I know, but this is the last time I'll get to see you. And the last update I'll have on your weather forecast for Valentine's weekend. Oh, still cold tomorrow, still some snow on the back end of it. How much? I'll try to give you an inkling as to how much snow we might be expecting to see towards the end of your weekend, first part of next week, Sunday into Monday. Definitely cold air in place. Wind chill factors are going to be a big factor tonight and tomorrow and throughout most of your weekend as well. That coming in just a few moments. Coming up before that, coverage of the Johnson County Fiscal Court meeting from earlier in this week. A lot of money matters discussed, for better or worse. And some other information as well, and a lot of information to talk about in high school basketball. Big game for the Hornets last night, the boys team hosting Prestonsburg, and I didn't really escaped me until today just how big of a game that was for a whole lot of reasons. Some history made there, and then we'll talk about district tournament time and what tonight's contest for the boys versus Sheldon Clark on the road means. The ladies are hosting Sheldon Clark in a few moments. I'll tell you more about all that just shortly. With that, only a couple of other reports. The Kentucky State Police have confirmed the identity of a victim, 37-year-old Jared Hale of Prestonsburg, who was shot twice in the leg in the Sally Stevens Branch area of Floyd County. It happened yesterday. He was first taken to the Highlands Regional Medical Center, later airlifted to the UK Medical Center for the extent of his injuries. Once there, he has undergone numerous surgeries, and little other information is available at this time. No other information on arrest or the incidents that led up to that shooting as of yet. We're still awaiting further word from Post 9 of the Kentucky State Police. This is an important one. We'll be there. Hope you are too. And I'll remind you when it gets a bit closer. But Thursday, March the 10th, at the Magafa County at the Lloyd M. Hall Community Center, the VA Medical Center Director, Brian Nemo, and other members of his staff, several members of his staff, will be participating in a town hall meeting here in Magafa County to discuss VA health care with our veterans. Service officers will be available to assist veterans with other issues such as getting their DD-214, medical records, personnel records, job search assistance, and housing assistance. An invitation has been sent out to all of our legislators on the local and state level. We'll find out who's going to be in attendance when it gets a little bit closer, and I'll remind you when that time happens as well. Johnson County Fiscal Court met in regular session earlier this week, where money matters was the main focus on a couple of different fronts. I'm sure you've made notice over the years of literally every single Magafa and Johnson County Fiscal Court meeting that we have covered. One of the first items of business is always the transfer of funds, a significant amount of funds, tens of thousands of dollars, from the general fund to the jail fund for each of the counties. Something that Judge Tucker Daniel has been referring to here as of late on several occasions. Without mentioning the specific counties, he hasn't. The four participating counties are obviously Magafa, Johnson, Martin, and Lawrence County within the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center. And he says that he's concerned about some of the counties falling behind on their monthly payments, something that he's asked the county attorney to address on a couple of occasions.
And County Attorney, I asked Mike to draft a letter to the other county judges and their county attorneys and just ask them, is there a problem here? If so, what is it? And what's your position on why it isn't being paid? And do you feel like that unilaterally one county or more can say, well, we're not going to pay that bill? That may be what the board has set, but we don't intend to pay that. Mike has mailed that letter last week, wasn't it, Mike? Or 2 weeks?
It was, I know that one of them, I got a phone call with one of the county attorneys from Martin County on Friday, so they didn't get it probably by Friday.
Okay. But we're trying to get some more information. As soon as we get that information available, I'll make that available to you.
In other financial matters, the court unanimously accepted the sheriff's financial statement for 2015, and there was also great acceptance and some praise for a recent audit of Johnson County for the fiscal year ending June the 30th, an exemplary audit with no issues found.
If you go through this audit and you look at all of the findings and highlights and management's responsibility and the auditor's responsibilities and opinion on regulatory basis of accounting and all of the things that goes into this function. And you will find out that in the end, they found no findings whatsoever. They said it was a clean audit. And I believe his words at it was that it's very rare that you get a clean audit.
That's what they said.
But they'll normally try to find something to kind of ding us with. They used to love to do it on the not having enough employees, and calling it segregation of duties, lack of segregation of duties. Anybody that's ever been through an audit of public entities will see that same thing. But they said that they had nothing to find, no findings to talk about, no issues to be concerned about, no financial improprieties, not one thing that they find, and I applaud my staff. This absolutely is a credit to Betty and Addie and Etta and Carla.
In other business before the court, Regina McClure gave an update on some hazard mitigation projects, specifically 2 volunteer fire departments, those of Red Bush and W.R. Castle, where the respective fire chiefs had penned a letter sending it to Judge Daniel in the court saying that they indeed would accept and take responsibility for paying back a 13% match that was needed to obtain grant money to install backup generators at their fire departments. Later, Judge Daniel noted a $13,000 repair bill for the elevator in the courthouse, citing a complete overhaul that would cost in the neighborhood of $45,000 to $46,000. The commissioners gave him the authority to try to find an alternate source for the $13,000 besides pulling those funds from the general fund. And Judge Daniel also presented a resolution between the Fiscal Court, the Johnson County Sheriff's Department, Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, and Turning Point Domestic Violence Services, outlining the county's Rape Crisis Center, along with organizations associated with dealing with spousal abuse, sexual assault, and other crimes or violence against women. That resolution was unanimously accepted. And one of the last items of business was filling a vacancy on the jail board. Judge Daniel suggested Dr. Joe Mills to fill the appointment. All voted yea.
Come see our pets of the week. This is Tucker. Tucker is a very loving and very affectionate cat. He's up to date on all of his shots and ready to go to his forever home. And this handsome guy is Fideo. He's a high energy guy that loves toys, loves to play. He has a beautiful shiny coat and would make a great family dog. If you'd like to give them a forever home or to learn more about how to adopt, donate, or volunteer to walk, pet, or even transport an animal to the vet or to their new home, call Whiskers or Wags, the Johnson County Animal Shelter at 297-PETS.
I've got some sports highlights for you. Not knowing last night while I was taking the following video just what the matchup meant between McGoffin County and Prestonsburg last night. In the end, they came away with a well-deserved win, but it's going to be one of the last of its kind forever. It kind of escaped me last night until the following interview with head coach Rob Russell.
McGoffin County may have gotten the tip and drew first blood last night against the Black Cats, but it would be Prestonsburg that would jump out to an early 10-2 lead over McGoffin County with some big shots early in last night's game. By the half, though, that wouldn't be the case. McGoffin County would actually pick up the pace, and it would start raining threes. Tyler Fitzpatrick, Jaron Lovely, Trenton Russell all getting in on the action, and by the half it was a 21-36 score in favor of the Hornets, up by 15, and by the end of the game, 47-68 your final score for the Hornets. Now, this win against Prestonsburg last night was a big one in a whole lot of ways. First off, their 11th win in a row as they're getting ready to head into the district tournament. More on that in a second. But it also escaped me until today, and some others, just what last night's game meant. The last game to be played by the boys program on Danny Adams Court in the John Sam Bailey Memorial Gymnasium. Maybe it's a good thing we didn't realize that at the time. But what a way to go out, undefeated at home on the season.
Yeah, we was trying to downplay it a little bit for the kids, but they all knew it. We was talking about it before the game. And I thought the kids come out and played really hard. We got off to a little rocky start, but they got it together and played really well. Then we started remembering this may be the last boys game on the high school gym. Everybody got a little sentimental last night. After the game, it really didn't dawn on us before that until after, and Coach Arnett looked at me and said, you know what, that's the last boys game, high school, that may be played up here. It's kind of, it made full circle. I played here a long time ago. My son's playing now. A lot of my friends' kids are all playing. We got senior night for the girls here tonight, so it'll be there pretty well. I think they got 2 more games left here next week, so it's not really their last game. But I told Trenton, Jaron, some of the, Tyler Fitzpatrick, our only senior, I said, you will be the last only senior that played here last night. That's kind of, it's kind of a little disheartening, but but times change and stuff moves on.
Yeah. Speaking of disheartening, last time we were talking, we were the reality with Jacob and everything. And you were referring to how it was going to take a few guys to step in and step up to really kind of make it as far as what you had hopes on. How's that working so far?
Well, we've won 4 games since. Ryan Mull's playing really well. Dalton Peters, them 2 have stepped up. Tyler Fitzpatrick, last night Morgan Howard even come in and played well. Nolan Arnett, Trenton Jaron plays pretty well. It's a team thing. Bad things happen, but you still gotta just keep playing, get yourself better, play hard, and good things will happen.
And remind us all, we still got that all-important district contest left. No pressure, but a lot of weight on it.
A lot tonight. It means a lot. It's on the road, tough place to play. We got to go to Warfield. I don't know if anybody's ever made the trip to Warfield. It's a good trip. If we win, we will coin toss who gets the 1 seed. That's big for us. We would like to have the 1, but you're kind of locked into playing Sheldon Clark if you get the 1. If you drop down to the 2 seed, you play Paintsville. They're kind of locked. It's still, I'd like to get the 1 seed. I think we're playing well. Hopefully we continue that tonight.
More on tonight in a moment. Right now, let's switch on over to tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau community calendar. Some birthdays. First off, a happy 79th birthday to Linda Literal. Love children, grands, great-grands, and Needless Puckett. Happy 79th birthday today, I believe, to Linda Literal. Birthday wishes go on, and I suspect he's at the high school, but a very special birthday wish to the, just a few moments ago, aforementioned Trenton Russell. Love mom, dad, grandparents, a host of family and friends. Had a lot of folks chime in on this birthday wish to Trenton. We hope you've had a good one. Trenton, no, he's not at the high school. He's on the road, as we just covered. Oh, man, I'm so glad it's Friday. We want to wish the Hornets well, Trenton and his team. Big district win tonight if they can pull it off against Sheldon Clark. A happy 29th birthday to Samantha Nichols Rhodes with a whole lot of love from Mom, Wayne, and your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. Happy birthday, Samantha Nichols Rhodes. And with some beautiful flowers in the background, don't forget about the annual Sweetheart Banquet. Listen, I know I've been mentioning this for days, and today is the last day because it's tomorrow, 3 to 8. And if you haven't got reservations as of yet, you'll want to call. I might even try to call tonight if you're watching the early show. Don't if you're watching the late. But definitely get the phone call in because they're going to be full tomorrow. It's going to be cold. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of other things to do, so they will have hundreds of folks at their biggest fundraiser of the year, the big steak big steak or chicken dinner with all the fixings, all the desserts tomorrow. Very special day for your sweetheart at the Burning Fork Community Church, 3 to 8 tomorrow. Our local SAFE coalition in McGoffin County has a meeting coming up. The U.S. Attorney General Awareness Group is going to be there with a presentation on heroin overdose. This is very important. This is going to be at the McGoffin County Health Department, and it's going to be next Wednesday. It will be at 1 o'clock. Everyone is welcome. Parents, school, staff, healthcare providers, anyone. We all have an interest in this. And if you think you don't, think again. But they'll be talking about heroin overdoses with the U.S. Attorney General's Awareness Group there, and that is next Wednesday, 1 o'clock at the McGoffin County Health Department. Coming up next week as well, starting on Tuesday, the first of 12 free classes. That's right, free Cooper Clayton Stop Smoking classes. Don't miss this opportunity to stop smoking forever. Sign up for free, and there will be no charge for the class, and for a limited time, free nicotine patches. Classes will meet 1 hour once a week for 12 weeks. You have to attend to get the free patches. If you have any questions, call Abby Connolly at the McGoffin County Health Department, 349-6212. The first class this coming Tuesday at 3 o'clock. And whenever you've got a birthday, an anniversary, a special wish, a special announcement for your club, church, or organization, tell me. I'll tell everyone about it. Do it for free. I always have. And you can get that announcement to us any way you can possibly do it. Mail, email, Facebook, phone, fax. Drop it off here at the studio. And remember, our program airs the following day on our website in case you missed it or need to see it again at yournewstoday.com. That's all the announcements we have for this Friday. Not all the news. I'll be right back. Do me a favor. Let these folks you're about to see and hear from know you're watching every chance you get. For high-speed internet starting at 15 meg for all of your gaming, movie, home, and business solutions, or to watch TV, including your favorite local channels without a contract with hundreds of channels and digital and HD quality, and to stay connected 24/7 with friends and family, a direct line to 911, or to give your business the link it needs, choose telephone service you know is always there. Just click on their link on this site to find out how affordable the latest technology in communications can be. Foothills Communications. It's hard to believe, but the regular season is just about over. A lot of teams down to their final handful of games. Johnson Central is one of them. 3 games left, including tomorrow's game on the road at June Buchanan. That comes after a win over Ashland Blazer, 59-48 last night. They're 14-11 on the season, 5-1 in district play. And once again, the boys from Central at June Buchanan. They've got a home game on next Tuesday, their last home game, the 19th. A road game at Pikeville, their last game of the season. The Lady Eagles, a win over Pikeville, 57-52. Now that goes back to actually goes back to this past Saturday. They've had a few days of rest and recuperation. They are, however, hosting Paintsville tonight, which means they're going to need it. You put those two teams together in the same house, you know what's going to happen. But a win over Pikeville put the Lady Eagles at 14-8, 5-1 in the District 2 for the ladies, as well as the gentlemen from Johnson Central, and once again hosting Paintsville tonight. Tip-off set for 7:30. Well, we've been there, done that just a bit, but a little bit more on the McGoffin County Hornets. 68-47 last night over Peaburg, 18-5. Developing a frog here in my throat. That puts them second in overall wins and losses in 15th Region basketball, behind only Lawrence County, who's 22-4. But the boys from McGoffin, 18-5, 4-1 in the district, and on the road, the last and very pivotal district matchup of the season at Sheldon Clark. Tip-off set for 7:30. For the boys. As for your Lady Hornets, 68-69, that was a loss to Central, and that loss actually goes back a few days. I mean, we're talking back on last Friday, so they've had a few days off as well. The snow had something to do with that. They are, however, hosting Sheldon Clark tonight, senior night tonight for the girls basketball players and cheerleaders. That started at 6. Tip-off, I think, actually at 7 there instead of 7:30. My apologies. They're 3-3 in district play on the season, looking for a win over Sheldon Clark. This is an important win for the Lady Hornets tonight as well here at home. That's where I'm headed out the door to as quickly as possible. 72-33 for the Morgan County Cougars and Coach Perry. That too goes back to last Saturday. They've had some days to rest, and they'll be taking that rest to Round County tomorrow night. Tip-off set for still 7:30. Saturday game still set for 7:30 tomorrow. Cougars 19-6, 5-2 in the district. And that is going to be their last game. And remember, we'll be hosting McGoffin County on the 18th. They're expecting a wild one for that. We'll see how that turns out. The Lady Cougars of Morgan County are at Menifee. That tip-off was set for 6 o'clock tonight. They're 11-14, even at 3-3 in the district. This all comes after their most recent win, which was a 54-52 win. And that was last night against West Carter. They're back at it tonight, though, on the road at Menifee County for the Lady Cougars. Wrapping it up with the Paintsville Tigers. We have a 87-80 win last night, hosting South Floyd for Bill Mike Runyon and his Tigers of Peeville. And that also means they are hosting again tonight Knox Central, 2 home games back-to-back. That tip-off, I think, was set for 7:30 according to the schedule in front of me. Oh, and by the way, that game last night, hosting South Floyd, went into double OT and ended up 87-80. The Tigers of Paintsville 7-14 in the season thus far, with only 4 games left, counting tonight's 2-4 in district play. And the Lady Tigers will wrap up our stats tonight with a 52-32 win last night at Sheldon Clark. That puts them right now at 12-10 on the season, and with that district win 3-2, they are, as we just mentioned a few moments ago, at Central. Tip-off set for 7:30. The district tournament, mind you, the district tournament is set to start Monday the 22nd. It will be at Paintsville this year. They are having a meeting this coming Monday. That will be the decision day when we'll find out who plays who and when, boys and girls. But 57th district action at Paintsville, Monday the 22nd. There's a song, goes in part something like, nobody knows. After that, it's not really weather related, but nobody knows the track of the low that's coming Sunday and into your Monday. That's the pretty much sole deciding factor as to what we see. Snow, rain, a mix of both. We'll have to wait and see. And I'll get to that in your forecast in just a few moments. I'm sorry, that was a little cheesy, I know. Nevertheless, 14 degrees is where we should fall to tonight. We're at 32 right now and holding if you're catching the early program here near 6:30. Mostly cloudy skies. And keep in mind, we do have slight chance of some scattered snow showers, no accumulation, nothing to worry about. We do now have, I have the latest update from the National Weather Service in front of me. That low has been adjusted to 12 degrees, and wind chill values, when you factor in winds out of the northwest 8 to 10, close to 0. Gust upwards of 16 miles per hour tonight. So that will put us very close to 0 for wind chill factors, and that is not as favorable as it was an hour ago even for your forecast. For your Saturday, 19 to 20 degrees right now. It's actually back to 19 degrees in the last hour instead of the 20 I have posted for daytime highs. Partly sunny, but definitely mostly cold or all cold. And wind chill values close to 1 with northwest winds 7 to 10 miles per hour. Gusts tomorrow 16 miles per hour. Man, it's not going to be a day you want to be outside. So snuggle up, stay in if you can, and things are going to continue to plummet. The good news is, as I'm looking at this update that's just come down the wire, is that tomorrow night's low is now expected to be around 8 instead of 4. And even though this is what's changed in the last hour, it could change 10 more times between now and then. But right now, that's what we've got expected for tomorrow night. Partly cloudy skies. Into your Sunday, while Sunday will start off cloudy and dry, we'll have a 40% chance of some snow. Early Sunday afternoon, mainly after 3. Wind chill values once again as low as 2 on your Sunday. Sunday night, snow mainly after 8. And right now, I've got a new call for snow at 1 to 3 inches possible for the viewing area Sunday night. With that same snow leading us into your Monday, where we've got rain and snow. Temperatures are going to be above freezing right now, around 39 to 40 degrees. So we'll see some mixture certainly come into play on Monday. And once again, it's all going to be where this low pressure tracks. That's what's going to decide how much rain and or snow we see. But right now, 2 to 4 inches is where I'm going to go. And I think that's pretty much in line with a lot of computer renderings at this hour. Nevertheless, snow and rain on your Monday going into Tuesday. Temperatures still hovering near the 40-degree mark. Cloudy skies and a 40% chance of some rain and snow again on your Tuesday. The temperatures obviously are going to play a considerable factor into what we see, but so is the track of that low. Wednesday of next week, cloudy, 36, a 30% chance of some snow showers. That's the last day of precipitation I have for a few days thereafter. But it's going to be a messy ride between basically Sunday night into your Wednesday. And once again, we'll wait and see how it all shapes up, and we'll be in the thick of it, I expect, when I see you back here next week.
That's going to wrap it up for us this evening. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope all of your hearts stay warm over the course of the weekend, weather-wise and otherwise as well. And we hope to see you back here Monday on the 15th for more of Your News Today. Good night, and thanks for watching.